Hi, this is Gordon with the audio company. We're showing our components that are the final end of the chain, the signal chain in our second system in a room at Florida Audio Expo 2019. Doing amplification duties, we have a choice here of either a pair of the VAC Signature 200 IQ amplifiers or a single statement 450S amplifier. And for loudspeakers, we have the von Schweikert E5 loudspeaker systems. Going up the chain in order, let's bring in Kevin Hayes to describe the amplifiers that we are using.
Kevin, come on down.
The amplifier currently in operation is the Statement 450S IQ. This is the stereo embodiment in the Statement series. It consists of a separate power supply section and an audio section on top, and our proprietary decoupling system in between for management of energy in the room, resonances, and so forth. It has our patented IQ circuitry, which is the only technique in the world that is able to continuously, at all times during the playing of music, keep the underlying true idle point of the tube at the pre-desired level within less than 1% variation all the time. And that lets the relationship between the tubes and the loudspeakers remain steady, like a very, very firm foundation, like the critical mass rack provides. It's an electrical foundation which is solid and lets more detail, more microdynamics, more macrodynamics, just more of the breath of life come out in the music. And also, at the same time, frees the user from any need of worrying about adjusting things, measuring things. The amplifier is always self-optimizing, always performing as designed. The Signature 200s are direct trickle-down technology from that. I've often mentioned, we do Statement Series equipment the way a high-end car company might do Formula One racing, win on the weekend, then try to make the best street sedan for the weekday. And the Signature 200s are that really good 3-series sedan. Features the patented IQ biasing system. This amplifier can be run either in stereo or a mono mode. In the stereo mode, it delivers about 110 watts per channel. In the mono mode, about 220 watts. Status indicators on the front will tell you if any tube needs to be changed in the amplifier. And this one has the cage removed so you can see the tube area. But if you look at the amplifier on the other channel, there is a full flush-fitting cage that goes over it. So that's 100 pounds of sonic goodness. And now I would like to invite Damon von Schweikert to come in and tell you about these E5 Mark II speakers that I find just fabulously musical.
Yeah, they're wonderful.
You'll enjoy those later on.
Thank you. So the E5 Mark II, or I should say the Endeavor line, has an interesting pedigree. They were the brainchild of Leif Swanson, my partner. He created them when he had his own company, Endeavor Engineering, and I was taken by them. I mean, they incorporate so much performance in both a small footprint and what I would consider a reasonably priced speaker for the level of performance they have. They have a little brother, the Endeavor E3. But part of the acquisition of Endeavor Audio and bringing Leif on as my partner and Vice President of Sales and Marketing and Chief Design Engineer was to get a hold of these beautiful designs. And in doing that, we had the opportunity to incorporate some proprietary technology from von Schweikert Audio, specifically the rear ambient retrieval system. So in the Mark II version of the E5 that technology is prevalent. But there's a lot more to it than that. So if I can, I'd like to bring Leif on in, and he can describe more of the technical aspects.
Hey, Peter. So I'm sure you remember the first time you probably saw the Endeavor E5s at a show. Basically, at that point in time, the only technology, for the most part, cabinet design went into it, but the crossover, the heart and soul of the speaker. But as Damon mentioned, when they brought me in as a co-owner, partner, and chief design engineer, I was like, cool, now I can start adding all the other stuff that Albert had worked on research and designing and actually put it into the model. So when that transition took place, I wanted to redesign the E5 and the E3, and that's why we have the Mark II versions, and they're quite a step up. It just really is. incorporating, the triple wall laminates and of course we did some upgrades as well. Now these are bi-wireable, and they have the rear ambient ribbon that actually covers a pretty nice bandwidth. So I mean the depth to the soundstage is just fantastic. But yeah, so two new ones.
Well, good. Well, thank you very much. We've heard these speakers, and they've been featured in several of the videos. We did a video last year where we heard the step up from the E3
Right,
to the E.
Capital Audio
the
Fest,
Capital Audio
yeah.
5 to the 5s, and it was everything had the same sonic signature.
Right.
You were just getting a little bit more information and a little bit more reach in the bass as you stepped up the line.
Right.
Yeah, it's just totally, it was an awesome experience to be there in that room and to hear the speakers.
Well, I always say it makes it a lot easier when you have such fine electronics and racks and cables. It just, everything really comes together.
Well, great. Well, thank you very much, Leif from Von Schweikert. I'd like to, viewers, let's listen to some music on the system, if that's okay with you.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's do that
do it.
now. Okay, great. Thank you.
Mer et miroir américain. Le parfum du soir, les palmiers, les palmes. C'est la nuit pâle d'une lumière encore. Ce sont les étoiles, le jour qui s'endort. Fais-moi tourner, oh ma terre, fais-moi tourner. Tu vois, j'ai compris, je me laisse faire. Tu peux y aller. Mets-moi la tête à l'envers, tiens-moi par les pieds. Fais-moi tourner, oh ma terre, fais-moi tourner. Fais-moi tourner, oh ma terre, fais-moi tourner. C'est une merveille, vraiment quel cadeau. Coucher de soleil, alors un chapeau. La nuit qui scintille sur l'eau bleue Neptune. Poser sa bille d'un reflet de lune. Fais-moi tourner, oh ma terre, fais-moi tourner. Je vivrai avec toi, c'est sincère, l'éternité. journée au matin et m'a donné.
I'd like to thank this team for what a great soundtrack we just heard. Michel Joannès, his voice was just floating in space, just about 3 feet in front of Gordon. And let me introduce everybody. To my left, I have Scott from Esoteric, and Darlene, and Kevin Hayes from VAC, Gordon Wooders from the audio company, Joe Laverchik from Critical Mass, Damon von Schweikert from von Schweikert Audio, and Leif Swanson from von Schweikert Audio. I want to say that this was smooth. It was pure liquid coming out at me. I could almost touch it. It was just so believable. Let's do something very special. We're going to go to the other side of the room, and for the debut of the Ultra 55,